Now we will look at triangle pose. One of my absolute all-time favorite poses. I tend to include it in every class I teach because of how versatile it is and how much it works, how many different parts of the body it works. It's rather large. And you can do it at the beginning as more or less a warm-up. Ideally, you'd be fairly warmed up by the time you got to standing poses anyway. But you might be early in the class and still need a little bit of warm-up. Triangle is really good for that. And of course, it's really good for later on in the class. If you want to focus on some area that the triangle works, then you can really take time to work it in that case. Okay, so of course, when you're adjusting triangle, you want to work from the base up, and you can look at the triangle type base poses for that. But just as a quick review, rotating the thighs back, so that's outer rotation is this way. So you're rotating the thighs back, the arches of the feet are lifting, the base of the big toes pressing into the floor. So the arches lift nicely. It creates a nice arch to the foot. Okay, so you'll inhale the arms up, that's a diaphragmatic breath. And as you exhale, you reach out over that front leg, make it a nice long reach. Draw this hip bone, femur, draw that hip back, move that back. So you're bending just at the waist. The torso stays long. There's no curve here. You bring the other arm up. And the neck is nice and long. The head's not droopy. You want to keep that nice and aligned. Keep that spine nice and long. And look up towards that upraised hand. Actually, you'll be looking a little bit this side of it, but that's okay. Just look up. And I've had lots of people say, well, my neck hurts when I look up. Then don't look up. It can be uncomfortable for the neck, especially if you have something going on. Any pain you want to avoid in doing postures. Okay, so let's see what else is there about this pose. I'm not going fully into it. My hand is resting on my leg. And when you do that, or on the floor, or on a block, whatever you're doing with that hand, you do not rest the weight of your body on that arm. You keep the torso activated, so you're drawing up off that arm. Everything's nice and active in triangle pose. Even the torso itself, the spine, lifting up off the shoulder, up off the lower shoulder. So everything is reaching up, lifting up and out from the top of the sternum. As you do that, draw the belly in. It will tend to increase the arch when you do that in the lower back. So you want to flatten that slightly, just that slight pelvic tilt to flatten that. And of course reaching long away from the top of the head. So everything is nice and long and reachy. You want to have that full filling out pose feeling. Okay, and then when you come out, it's an inhale, again diaphragmatic. Exhale, either release or exhale, change the side. A lot of classes you'll do this, the very next inhale will be getting ready, and then exhale out into the pose on this other side. So either you can take a break, let the arms down if your shoulders are tired, take a couple of breaths if you need the breaths, and then come back into it. Inhale up, exhale out into the pose. Okay, triangle pose.